There's a developing story out of Washington this morning where an increasing number of Democrats are now upset with a new plan proposed in the president's budget. The White House wants to cut $400 million from that budget, money that helps states pay, to jail illegals picked up on criminal charges. If you don't get the money, what happens?
Well, it's a very bipartisan issue. I don't understand why they're cutting this. The net effect, in my view, will be that these criminal aliens will not be detained because the federal government, and this is a federal responsibility. It seems to me the federal government needs to step up to the plate, provide that kind of funding, because the net effect will be that these criminal aliens will not be detained because the federal prisons cannot hold them right now. And in a time when we're spending so much money, trillions of dollars on so much wasteful spending, the idea of cutting spending and funding for such a critical program, in my view, I think most Americans do not want to see people who come into the country illegally committing crimes get out on the streets, and that's going to be the net effect.
You started to say something there. You think this is Washington's responsibility and not the responsibility of the states like your own?
Well, I think that border states who have to deal with the issue of the border, illegals coming across into this country committing crimes, I think the federal government does have a role to play in terms of detaining and prosecution. And I think most border states would agree. And Secretary Napolitano, Homeland Security from a border state, should understand that.
Well, what the House would say is that they fund 20,000 Border Patrol agents in this budget. They would say they have $1.4 billion for ICE, that's the Immigration and Customs and Enforcement branch of the government. A lot of times they go after drugs. Is that enough?
I mean, I think that's good, and I'm glad they're putting the focus there. But when you talk about incarceration of criminal aliens, I don't think they're thinking this thing out very well.
Well, it's interesting. Two members of the cabinet, Hillary Clinton is a big supporter of this program, and the Interior Secretary, Ken Salazar, who was a senator from Colorado, he's a big proponent of this program too. In the end, do you think this stays in the budget, or is it kicked out?
I'm hopeful there's so much bipartisan support, there'll be swell support. In fact, I'm going to look at the idea of introducing a bill to restore the funding in the budget. I think you're going to see that happen on our committee. This is not, if we're going to make cuts, there are a lot of places to cut the federal budget. This is the wrong place to go after.
Okay, when you reintroduce that, let us know, okay? We'll keep an eye on it from here. Michael McCaul, thank you. Republican out of Texas and Austin today. Thank you.